Hey there, wrestling fans. This is the first episode of the following contest. Um, this installment is going to be for the week of February the 14th, 2011. It is the Valentine's edition of Monday Night Raw. Jason, let's just jump right into it. How did this show open?
Show opened actually with John Cena. Haven't seen him.
Naturally.
Haven't seen him do a promo at the start of Raw in I don't know how long, so that was whatever.
It's a must. There's kids and beautiful women in the crowd.
And then CM Punk came down and pretty much saved it after that.
It was an okay match. I was just glad to see CM Punk go over.
How he went over though was awesome.
Yeah, the most interesting part, one of the Nexus had an arm kind of pop under the ring, throw out a chair, and then a wrench, and it's one of those things. Just if you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, it's really not a big deal. Let's move on though to a few different things, really quick. Besides of course, the two big subjects that we'll get to shortly. The other matches we had, just what turned out to be an okay Divas match, just got so bad. I mean, so bad.
It was good. It was a good match until they went outside the ring.
Yes, and I did think Maurice bust her head wide open, but she wound up being okay and whatever. I think that was just one of the matches you see that sometimes you don't know why they ended. I think they just had to go home because it was too bad.
They had to end it.
That was my opinion. We had an okay match with The Miz, Daniel Bryant, or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him. Then afterward, The Miz cut a promo about Jerry Lawler. His mother died, I guess, over the course of this weekend. So, he was not there. Josh Matthews did stand in commentary for him. I like that they can hype this up, that everybody's going to want Jerry Lawler to win the belt. What if he does win that belt for 30 days? Of course, he'll drop it at WrestleMania, put someone over, and, it's just a thought, though. It's a great story.
It would be awesome for him and everyone that's been watching.
For him, it's a story that they can do. It's a family-related PG story, which is what WWF is all about right now. But I just don't see it. You know what I mean? No. I don't see it happening, but personally, I would give him the belt just to say so. His dream will come true, WrestleMania match, so on and so on. Moving on, one of those stupid tag matches with the Nexus and two random superstars that they throw together. Let's forget about all that stuff. 2/21/11. Jason, elaborate.
Well, at the start, I didn't know who this could have been. I thought it was Sting at the very start. Then it started to look more like The Undertaker. And now it looks like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker together, like they're living in that little house.
I think it is actually Shawn Michaels. Personally. It wouldn't be the first time he's dressed up like Undertaker and whatnot.
I think they could be coming back at the same time.
Maybe so.
That's what I think.
You'll find out next week.
Yeah, next week.
This Sunday's Elimination Chamber. And then after that, there's no pay-per-view in the month of March. Then at the start of April, we have the biggest show of the year, WrestleMania. Which leads us to what took all of 20 minutes. I've never seen Monday Night Raw go so much overtime.
No.
When they announced the guest host, mystery guest host, or whatever, for WrestleMania. We had our speculation on who it might not be. But I would have never guessed The Rock.
Well, I read the rumors. It was either going to be him or Bob Barker. So I'm glad it's The Rock, for sure.
It's very rarely do I miss an episode of Raw. And Bob Barker just happened to be one of the 3 Raws I've missed in like 5 years.
Was it good?
I heard he did a great job.
Yeah, he was, but
I heard he did a great job.
He did.
So, we have The Rock come out. They give him a basically. By the time they showed his entrance and all that kind of stuff, he had 20 minutes all to himself. And The Rock did something, and we were talking about this when we were watching it. Uh, for those of you out there listening, I told Jason there isn't 10 people out there that can do what he's doing right now.
Completely
There
have the
were
whole arena in the palm of his hand and just
absolutely all he did was come out and use the mic, which is one of the all-time greats. Just an example, let's say there were 50,000 chairs in that building. Not one of them was being
oh
used.
no, not at all.
Not one of them was being used. Um, he had that entire arena. I believe it was the Arrowhead Pond,
Yeah,
the site of WrestleMania 12.
and 16, I believe.
Was it?
I believe so too.
Okay. Well, I know that is, of course, famous for the 60-minute Iron Man match. He had that entire arena in the palm of his hand, and they hung on every word he had to say. Now, what was interesting, tell the fans who he's out after, in particular.
Well, if you know The Rock and you know the history of The Rock, you would think, oh, Austin or Triple H.
That was my guess, was Hunter.
But no, he's going after the leader of the Chain Gang, John Cena, which
I think it's C-Nation now.
whatever it is,
I think it's just C-Nation.
I just hope it goes away.
Right, definitely.
Now we were saying, if this goes to WrestleMania, and would The Rock let John Cena go over on him? I don't think so. No way.
You know what? Vince McMahon might say, just do it.
No. But it depends if The Rock stays in the company, because he said he's going to be here for a long time. You don't really know what that means.
I mean, that is what he said, but I don't see him too far after WrestleMania. My only concern would be The Rock comes back, he puts John Cena over. John Cena automatically turns into Superman, which of course we've seen him turn into Superman almost every week. The odds are always against him, and they always make it like, oh, he's not going to do it this time. And he prevails with flying colors.
Well, that needs to stop.
Except when he was in Nexus.
Well, that needs to stop now.
Yeah, no, it's getting ridiculous. So, going into WrestleMania, not only do we have The Rock,
the greatest superstar in the business ever.
Top 3 or top 5. Definitely one of the best talkers. Might not have been the best wrestler, but one of the best athletes. And there is a difference for those who don't.
He was a good worker. No matter what, he was good.
Definitely. His head is gigantic.
It's huge.
He is on so much steroids right now. He is juicing like crazy. But in the next coming weeks, I believe the road to WrestleMania has started now. In the next coming weeks, you'll hear different episodes. We'll cover Raw, SmackDown, Impact. We'll even have different shows for news and rumors, and you can even comment or leave us questions or video responses or whatever you want to know, like our dream match or what have you.
And if anybody has any suggestions for a show, you can send that to us. And
definitely. Until then, you can go ahead and listen to this, and we will be back on Thursday night, where we will give you our Impact report. Friday night, we'll review SmackDown, and then we'll do a news and rumor show over the weekend. And whenever any kind of news breaks, we'll definitely have a special presentation for you guys. This is the first episode of the following contests. That is Jason. This is Adam. We will see you soon.